Oh, hello. Way. Thank you. That's very nice. Well, thank you very much. This is lovely. Do you like where I live? You like my house? It's nice, isn't it? Do you know what? I don't know whether you know, but that comes from this show that you just heard Liz say, The Little Shop of Horrors. And that thing is a plant that eats people. I think, hold it there, I think this is the first time I've ever been on a stage with a people-eating plant. So we've got to be quite careful today, because I don't know whether it can actually move and come off the stage and maybe eat you. So you've got to be quite careful. I'll just hang on, I'll just look, just in case. Well, who knows? I'm the first person it'll eat before it gets to you. So if you see it coming towards me, you just tell me. Okay, no, don't. It's okay. Maybe it's a nice way to go, It's quite nice. Be eaten by a plant. Why not? Anyway, so there we are. That's why that's there, because there's a lovely show on at the moment called the Little Shop of Horrors. Anyway, so you know my name, Michael Rosen, and you know that I write books. And now you know the name of the very first book that I wrote for children. Okay, well, to start off with, when I wrote that book, I didn't know what to call it. Okay, can you imagine? You've written a pile of poems, and then people say, what are you going to call your book? And I sat there and I thought, I don't know. A pile of poems? No, that's no good. Lots of poems? No, that's not very good. Poems and more poems? No, that's no good. And in the end, I decided to call it Mind Your Own Business. Not a great thing to call a book when you think about it, because you could get into a bit of trouble. And that is what happened. What happened was that boys and girls I knew were going into my local library, and they were going in and going, hi. I don't know why they did that, but hi. Can we have a book, please? Librarian, always very nice. Librarian said, yes, what book would you like? And they said, Mind Your Own Business. I'm not sure why they went either, but anyway. And then the librarian said, don't you be so rude. And they said, well, that's not our fault. That's because what Michael Rosen called it. A bit more of that, you see. And the librarian went, oh. And then, you see, when I'd finished writing that book, people came up to me and said, well, what's your next book called? And I said, wouldn't you like to know? Because that's what it was called, you see. And they went, yeah, I would like to know. So I said, wouldn't you like to know? They said, yes, I would like to know. You know the way people get cross quite quickly? Yes, I would like to know. So I said, well, that's what it's called. And they went, oh. It's another one of those strange noises. Isn't it funny, these noises we make, you never find them in the dictionary, do you? You know, you could open up a dictionary and it says table and chair, and you never find, oh. You imagine in class, miss, I'm just looking for, oh. Anyway, when I'd finished writing that book, I got together with a wonderful poet called Roger McGough. I was very, very lucky. Got together with Roger McGough, and people said, what's that book called? And I said, you tell me. Because that's what that book was called, yeah. I said, you tell me. And they went, no, you tell me. And I said, you tell me. And they went, no, you tell me. Oh, there's that getting cross thing again. You tell me. And I said, well, that's what it's called. And they went, well, how did they go? They went, very good. Some of you are a bit groany on that, actually. You went, We'll try again. We'll do one of those. Okay. And that's what it's called. Lovely. And I hope you were doing that in your schools. There, hello to all of you in your schools. I've heard there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of you watching. So that's lovely. Hello to you. So there we are. Those were the books that I started writing. That's where it all started, if you like. Now then, a few years ago, I got ill. I want to tell you about this because one of the nice things about writing is you can write about the things that happen to you. So when I got ill, they decided to put me to sleep. Now, I know you know about being put to sleep, going to sleep, because your mums and dads, they sometimes say to you, okay, dear, it's time to go to sleep now. And you go, nope. No, it's time to shut your eyes and go to sleep. Nope. I'm going to stay awake all night. Like that. No, I'm not. I'm awake all the time. I'm never going to sleep ever again. Like that. And then, mysteriously, you go to sleep. Well, that's usually for one night. So now I'm going to tell you something. It may surprise you a little bit. When they told me that I had to go to sleep, they put me to sleep for 40 days and 40 nights. What? Yes, they did. They put me to sleep for 40 days and 40 nights. And the moment I woke up and they told me about this, it reminded me of something. 40 days and 40 nights. And it was raining a lot in this story. It was raining a lot. In fact, in this big story, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And there was a man and some animals. I think he was with his wife. And they were on a boat. And the man's name is? Noah. You were there with me on that. That's right. Except I have to say, I didn't have a boat. I didn't have an ark. I just had a bed. And my wife wasn't with me because it was during lockdown. So she was at home and there weren't any animals. There were no animals in the hospital. They don't let animals go in 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah. Do you know that one? The animals came in 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah. The elephant and the kangaroo, they all went in. Is that what happens next? They all went into the ark to get out of the... That one. No, they weren't there. No elephant, no kangaroo, just me in the bed, not an ark. Okay, and then they tried to wake me up, but I didn't want to wake up. So you know what they did? They wheeled my bed out of the ward. That's what you call the room you're in. They wheeled me out, and my wife was allowed to come in all dressed up in all that gear. Okay, and do you know what happened? She played recordings of my children in my ear. Okay, and then when I heard this, apparently I went like this. Huh? And I don't remember this. I lifted my arm up. Huh? Like that. And then they wheeled me back into the lift, took me back to the ward, and then they said I didn't stop talking. Now there's a surprise. Yes, that's right. And to start off with, I couldn't actually stand up. So they had to teach me how to stand up, though one man came to my bedside and he'd been in the army. I'm not sure this was very helpful. And he stood next to my bed and he went, 1, 2, 3, let's go. And I said, go where? I can't move. So he was taken away. They got someone else in to teach me how to stand up and how to walk. That didn't work. Okay. But my voice, now this is the bit I wanted to tell you about. My voice was like that. I couldn't really use my voice. So they got a special person called Fiona from the Whittington Hospital. Hello, all of you Fionas out there. Maybe Fiona from the Whittington Hospital is watching, who knows. And she said, we're going to have to teach you how to talk. And the way we're going to teach you how to talk, you're going to have to learn how to trill. The only word I thought trill was, I thought that's what birds do. I said, no, not like that. You're going to have to learn how to sing and trill at the same time. So what song would you like to sing? And the first song that came into my mind was Frère Jacques. So I sang, you can sing it with me, here we go. Okay. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonnez les matines, ding dang dong. Ding, dang, dong. You sing it much better than me. That's beautiful. And it means, as you know, Frère Jacques means Brother James, because he's a monk. Dormez-vous means, are you asleep or are you sleeping? Are you still asleep? That sort of thing it means. Sonnez les matines means ring the early morning bells, the matin bells, you see. And ding, dang, dong means ding, dang, dong. See how good I am at translating French. So there we are. And then what Fiona said is you've got to trill. And when you trill that song, that'll help you speak properly, you see. So I said, how do you do that? And she said like this. I thought, So here we go. We're going to trill. We're going to learn how, and this helps you use the whole of all this that makes you do it. So we're going to trill Frere Jacques, and that's the way we're going to have all our voices ready. So here we go. 1, 2, wait for it. There's always an eager beaver triller. No, wait for it. 1, 2, 3. And I said, is that it? Is that it? She said, no, you've got to do that 100 times a day. What? So from then on, I was walking around the house. When I got home, I was walking around the house. I was going shopping. I'd be in the shops going... What's that bloke doing? I said, I'm trilling. Sit in the loo. Dad, what are you doing? I'm trilling. And at the end of doing that for a few days and a few weeks, my voice came back. So big thank you. We're going to give a round of applause. A big applause for Fiona. Fiona. Yes. Fiona is what is called a speech and language therapist, and if you take each one of those letters off, you get S-A-L-T, which spells salt. Fiona is a salt. Yeah, that's it. Mind you, that's the old way of spelling. That's the old way of spelling. I've got a new way to spell. A new way to spell is you take a word and you take one letter at a time off the front. So let's think of a word. I know. We'll think of the word everybody, because here we are. Everybody is here. That's lovely. So let's see if we can spell everybody. And you folks at home, not at home, in school. Maybe some of you are at home. Anyway, here we go. We're going to do it. Are you ready? E-V-E-R-Y-B-O-D-Y. Yeah. That's the old way. So now we're going to take one letter off at a time off the front. So we've got everybody. Imagine it in front of you. We're going to take the E off and we get verybody. You take the V off and you get everybody. You take the E off and you get rye-body. You take the R off, you get Y-body. You take the Y off, you get body, oddie, die, why? Interesting question. Now, hold it there. We're going to put that together. So you imagine, let's say, your mum or your dad or a teacher is saying, oh, hello, can you spell everybody? And what you say is, yes, everybody, verybody, everybody, rye-body, why-body, body, oddie, die, why. There you go. Or if you want to do it a little bit quicker, I'll see whether I can do it. You can try this as well. Here we go. Everybody, verybody, everybody, rye-body, why-body, body, oddie, die, why. Did I get it right? Very good. And you can do it with all sorts of things. And you can do it with all sorts of words. There's a word that means disaster. That's a calamity. And if we do calamity, we get calamity, alamity, lamity, amity, mighty, ighty, tie-why. And you could do it with another word. Let me think about it. Do it with shampoo. Hang on. Let me think. Here we go. Shampoo, hampoo, ampoo, empoo, poo, ooh, oh. There we are. So I've taught you how to speak, a brand new way of spelling. So now your voices are all ready, and I'll tell you a little story. I was out with some boys and girls, and we were by the side of the River Thames in London, and we were underneath a railway bridge. We were underneath the railway bridge. A train went over so we could see and hear the train, those of us who could see and hear. Since I came out of hospital, I can't really see with that eye and I can't hear with that ear. So if I see a train, I just have to look at it on that side. I have to kind of peer a bit and get my ear up like that, you see. That side doesn't really work. So you can see and hear a train. All right, but then I said to the boys and girls, I said, if you come over here, put your hands on the wall that's holding up the bridge, you can actually feel the train. You can feel the rhythm of the train. So we stood there, all of us, we all standing. I don't know what people thought walking past us, 30 children and teachers and me going, yeah. And then we felt the train. And as I was doing that, I thought, Hands on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the train. Oh, that sounds like that could be the beginning of a poem. Hands on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the train. And as I said that to myself, I thought of the wonderful poet Benjamin Zephaniah, who we lost this year. It's so sad. So this little story I'm telling you is really in honor of the late, great, wonderful Benjamin Zephaniah. And Benjamin Zephaniah once said to me that he made up his poems in his head when he went running. He didn't write them down to start off with. He made them up in his head. And he said, that way, they're easy. I can remember them because I know the poem when I get to the end of my run. And then when I come and tell people the poem, they're easy to remember. So this is what we're going to do today is the Benjamin Zephaniah Challenge. I'm going to tell you the poem and you're going to see whether you can do it back for me. So the poem that I made up in my head, and I did the Benjamin Zephaniah method, the poem went like this. Hands on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the train. Hands on the window, feel the rhythm of the rain. Hands on your throat, feel the rhythm of your talk. Hands on your leg, feel the rhythm of your walk. Hands in the sea, feel the rhythm of the tide. Hands on your heart, feel the rhythm inside. Hands on the rhythm, feel the rhythm of the rhyme. Hands on your life, feel the rhythm of time. There you go. There's the poem I made up. All right. You'll notice something. You can clap along with a poem like that, but actually I made the rhythm with my voice. So that voice that Fiona taught me how to find again, you can make the rhythm with your voice. So now I'm going to teach you the poem and then you're going to do it back for me. So you remember the first line goes, hands on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the train. Right, now then, you've got to make the rhythm with your voice. So don't clap, just feel it with your body, all right? Feel it with your body and give the rhythm. So do it for me one more time, that line. Here we go. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hands on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the train.
Hands on the window, feel the rhythm of the rain.
Hands on the window, feel the rhythm of the rain.
Hands on your throat, feel the rhythm of your talk.
Hands on your throat, feel the rhythm of your talk.
Hands on your leg, feel the rhythm of your walk.
Hands on your leg, feel the rhythm of your walk.
Hands in the sea, feel the rhythm of the tide.
Hands on the sea, feel the rhythm of the tide.
Hands on your heart, feel the rhythm inside.
Hands on your heart, feel the rhythm inside.
Very good, you're doing great with this, that's right. Then what comes next? Can you remember? Hands on your heart, feel the rhythm inside. Hands on the rhythm, there we go. Hands on the rhythm, feel the rhythm of the rhyme. Hands on the rhythm, feel the rhythm of the rhyme. Hands on your life, feel the rhythm of time. Hands on your life, feel the rhythm of time. Right, we're ready. I hope you're all ready in your schools as well. We're going to try and see if we can do it. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll help you as we go along. Benjamin Zephaniah, are you listening somewhere? Yes, I hope you are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bridge. Hands on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the train. Window. Hands on the window, feel the rhythm of the throat. Hands on your throat, feel the rhythm of your talk. Leg. Hands on your leg, feel the rhythm of your walk. Sea. Hands in the sea, feel the rhythm of the tide. Hands on your heart, feel the rhythm inside. Rhythm, hands on the rhythm, feel the rhythm of the life. Hands on your life, feel the rhythm of time. Again, hands on your life, feel the rhythm of time. Hey, let's slow down like the train. Hands on your life, feel the rhythm of time. You did it! Yeah! Hooray! Yes! That's great. So there's a poem that's about something and sounds like the thing it's about. So there's a poem that's about rhythm, yes, and it sounds like it's about rhythm because it's got a rhythm and it's about all the different things that have got rhythm. And that's one of the things you can do with poems. If you write a poem about a car, you can make it sound like a car with car noises in it or words that sound like a car. Yes, or if you write a poem about the wind in the trees or the sea on the beach, you can make the poem sound like the thing it's about. So there's a little challenge for you, all of you in your schools, all of you here. When you go back, you can think of something like the sea or the wind in the trees or a car or maybe a machine that's going boom, choo, choo, choo. and then you can make the poem sound like the thing you're writing about. Now then, people like to ask me questions when I go places, and so later you'll have some questions maybe to ask me, and children ask me all sorts of things. Sometimes children say to me things like, well, I can remember one boy actually just recently, he was sitting on the front row where you're sitting, and he was sitting just there, and I said, are there any questions? And his hand went up like this. Do you know, sometimes you do that, don't you? It's so urgent. You go, like that, and you just hope that the teacher will notice. Maybe it's because you want to go to the toilet, but anyway, it's just, and you go, like that, and the teacher says, yeah. Anyway, this is what I did. This boy was here on the front row, and I said, yes. And he said, do you know my dad's name? And I said, no. And he said, it's Patrick. That's the end of that story. It's a very short story, that one. It's a short story. Yeah. Sometimes people say to me, they say, it nearly always happens actually, they say, I say, yeah. They say, how old are you? They're very direct like that, how old are you? And I have to tell the truth. I have to tell the truth, because some people, they come in front of boys and girls and they just, don't quite tell the truth. I have to tell the truth. If boys and girls say to me, how old are you? I'm right there with the truth, I have to say. I was born in the Stone Age. Yeah. The Stone Age, some of you will remember, is about 3,000 years ago, so I'm just over 3,000 years old. Okay, like I say, I believe in telling the truth. Some of you may have a wall chart at school. I don't know whether you have that still. Year 3, I think, is the wall chart time. And you have a wall chart, and as I've seen the wall chart, it goes like that, great big long wall chart, and it begins with the Stone Age. And just in case you don't know what a stone looks like, there's a big picture of a stone, and underneath it says Stone Age. Then there's a big line that comes down. Can you do that? 1, 2, 3. Exactly. Then the next age, which is the potato age. I'm trying to tell the truth here, please. And there's a great big picture of a potato, and underneath it, it says potato age. Big line comes down. Here we go. And next to that is the tomato age. It's a big picture of a tomato, and underneath that it says tomato age, and so on, right the way up to the modern age. Okay, I've forgotten what the modern age is called, or maybe it's called the modern age like that. Well, right back at the beginning, when I was born, all we had was stones and rocks. Rocks are like great big stones. So we had rocks, we had stones, we had little stones, they're called pebbles. Pebbles, stones, rocks. And then we had broken up stones, which are sometimes called grit or gravel. We had that. So at home, right, let me just tell you. So maybe it's tea time, okay? So I'm sitting there and it's tea time, and I'm going, we didn't have chairs. You just sat on a rock, yeah? And we didn't have a table. It's just another great big rock. And I'm going, Mum, it's really uncomfortable. My bum hurts, Mum. And my mum would say, shush, quiet, Michael. It's not the chair age yet. How did she know? How did she know we were going to get a chair age? I've never figured that out. And anyway, I'd be eating, and of course we didn't have food in the Stone Age. We just had rocks and pebbles and stuff. Ah! Mum, let's cut my tongue. Quiet, Michael. Eat your gravel. Okay. Yeah, and then we go off to school. Just the same. You didn't have chairs. You just sat on a rock. You didn't have tables. Great big rock. Miss used to say, right now, class, take out your rock. You see? But it was only a great big rock. So about 8 of us used to have to carry the rock in. Like that. Oh, you had to be really careful, you know. When you dropped the rock down, you had to get your hands out from underneath as you put it down. Otherwise, you get trapped. And you get, oh, just in time. Oh. And then she'd say, write on your rock. And then you had a little pebble, and you wrote on the rock like this. We didn't have words in the Stone Age. We just had like that. And then, this was really shocking, the Stone Age came to an end. Yeah, but do you know how we knew? Well, because a line came down. Yeah, we were walking around like this. Hey, we're in the Stone Age, we're in the Stone Age. Oh no, we didn't have those words, did we? Never mind. That meant we're in the Stone Age. Like that. And then suddenly this line came down like this. 1, 2, 3. And I turned to my friend Brian Harrison, who I used to call Haribo. No, I made that up. This was long before Haribo sweets came along. Remember, this is at the end of the Stone Age. That's when I made up the name Haribo. I turned to Haribo and I said, what's that? I could say that. I said, what's that? And he said, Mick, that's what he used to call me, Mick, that's the end of the Stone Age. So I said, what do we do? He said, we walk through the line. That's how he spoke. We walked through the line. So me and Haribo, we held hands and we walked through the line like that. And we were in this new age, and I was ready for it to be the potato age, but it wasn't. No, the only thing that was there was a pair of shoes and socks. And I'd never seen shoes and socks before, because in the Stone Age we just walked around in bare feet. Apart from some clever kids who walked around with big stone boots. Boomf, boomf, boomf. But I didn't, I was just in bare feet. I said, what's that? He said, they're shoes and socks, Mick. You put them on because this is the shoes and socks age. Yeah. So we put the shoes and socks age, put the shoes and socks on in the shoes and socks age. It was amazing. It was fantastic. We went to school and, oh no. You know what had happened? Well, they'd taken out all the rocks. They'd given us chairs and special desks, which I'll come to in a minute. But you know what they did with the teacher? They took her out and put her in a skip. It was terrible. That's the sort of thing they did 3,000 years ago. Take your teacher out, put her in a skip. It was terrible. I hope that doesn't happen in any of your schools. And they brought in a new teacher who was so strict. You weren't allowed to breathe. Yes, you weren't allowed to breathe in her lessons. I told you I was telling the truth today. You weren't allowed to breathe in her lessons. She used to stand out the front and say, no breathing. And you had to get all the way from the time you first got into school till morning play without breathing. And the weak ones just used to keel over. You'd hear them going down at the back of the class. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. And there was always a whingy kid going, Miss, gotta go out and do some breathing. And she'd say, no, you've got all playtime to do it in. And the whingy kid would go, oh, go on, Miss, oh, go on, and go on. No. Do you know, at the beginning of the week, there were 48 kids in my class. At the end of the week, there was only 5 of us left. 5 of us left. At the end of the day, you'd be stepping over kids just to get out the room. Oh no! There's Melanie. That's a shame. No, she's really nice. I used to like Melanie. That's nice. Oh look, there's Dave. Hard luck, Dave. Always knew you were a bit weak, Dave. That wasn't very nice of me. I shouldn't have said that. People say to me, Michael Rosen, they always call me that, Michael Rosen, we don't believe you, that story can't be true. Because if it was true, you wouldn't be here today to tell the story. And I say, yes, but you've forgotten something. End of the Stone Age, I said, they took out the rocks and they brought in desks with lids. And some of us figured out you could snatch a quick breath under the desk without Miss knowing. Once more, from the beginning. Miss says, what does she say? No breathing. Us lot. The weak ones. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. The whingy kid. Miss, could I go out and do some breathing? No, you've got all playtime to do it in. Extra whingy bit. Oh, go on, miss. Oh, go on, go on. No. Us lot with our desk lids. Hold that breath. Make sure nobody's looking. Boom. No! Don't slam your desk lid down. If you slammed the desk lid down, that meant out. School prison. In the school prison, they used to string us up from the wall bars. Miss, I've been up here for 3 weeks. And there's rats. And they're nibbling my toenails, miss. So I figured it out. If I wanted to survive, the way to do it was to put my thumbs around the edge of the desk lid and lower that desk lid really, really slowly. Once more, from the beginning, we know how it goes. We're going to find out how to survive. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No breathing. The big breath. Hold it there. I was actually quite good at it. The weak ones. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. The whingy kid. Miss, could I go out and do some breathing? No, you've got all playtime to do it in. Extra whingy bit. Oh, go on, miss, go on. No, the other lot with their desk lids, hold that breath. Make sure nobody's looking. Boom, out. School prison, wall bars. Miss, I've been up here for 3 weeks. And they're nibbling mine. Me, thumb round the edge of that desk lid. Hold that breath. Make sure nobody's looking. And then lower it slowly, lower it, slowly, slowly, no noise at all. And that was the way to survive. And that's why I'm here today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, I survived. So, now then, when I was a little boy, so after all this, you know, I thought my dad knew everything. No, I really did. I thought my dad was just so amazing, he just knew absolutely everything. I'd be standing in the street and a bus would go past. And I'd say, Dad, what's that? And my dad would say, son, that's a bus. And I'd think, what did I think? Wow, my dad knows everything. Hang on a minute, Dad. You said that's a bus, but there's some round things on the bottom, and they're going round as the bus is going along. What are they called? Wheels. No, I know you know what they are, but you weren't there at the time, right? It was just me and my dad. Thank you, though. That was a great help. Thank you. And you in the schools here. I said, what are they called? And my dad said, son, those are wheels. And I thought, what did I think? Wow, my dad knows everything. I said, hang on a minute, Dad, you said those are wheels. But how many are there? It was quite a small bus. I said, I know you know, thank you, it's very helpful. I said, yeah, how many are there? And my dad said, son, there are 4. And I thought, what did I think? I thought, wow, my dad knows. But then came a terrible day. We've already had one terrible day, all right? We've had one terrible day when they put the teacher in a skip, and now we've got another terrible day. It was when I found out that my dad does not know everything. How did I find out? It was like this. We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hot. So I only put a little bit on my fork, and I blow till it's cool, just cool. Into the mouth, nice. I get the impression you may have heard that before. And there's my brother, he's doing the same. You can join in with this. Here we go, it's like a chorus. Till it's cool, just cool. Into the mouth, nice. And there's my mum, she's doing the same. Here we go. Till it's cool, just cool. Into the mouth. But, what does my dad do? What does my dad do? He doesn't wait. He doesn't blow on his potato. He stuffs a great big chunk of potato straight into his mouth. And that really does it. His eyes pop out. He blows, he puffs, he yells, he bobs his head up and down. He even, I'm really sorry about this, he even spits bits of potato onto his plate. And then he turns to us and he says, watch out everybody, the potato's really hot. Did we know the potato was hot?
Yes.
Did he know the potato was hot?
Yes.
That was the day I found out that my dad does not know. Very good. So I could hear there that some of you knew that before I was telling that, and that's because I can tell you the story. I'd said that poem in front of my son and he videoed it. And then he put it on my YouTube channel, Kids, Poems and Stories with Michael Rosen. Plug, plug, plug. Kids, Poems and Stories with Michael Rosen. And some boys in America, that's where it started. They saw it and they thought it was funny. So they chopped the last bit off and made what I understand is called a meme. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't clap me. Anyway, in America, they don't say nice the way I say nice. In America, they say nice. And they think when I'm saying nice, I'm saying noise. So they thought to help themselves, they'd put subtitles on it. So they wrote N-O-I-C-E, noise, underneath. So now, when I'm out and about, I could be here in Ipswich, I could be on the train somewhere, on the bus, on the bus. Maybe some boys get on the bus, some quite big boys sometimes with hoods and all that, and they get on the bus and they go past me, they don't say anything, and I'm sitting on the bus, I'm looking at my phone, and then from behind me I hear noise. And I look round and these boys are going, noise. And then when they get off the bus, they walk past me and then they go, say it, say it. They hold their phones up. Say it, say it. They don't say hello. They don't say hello, Michael Rosen. Nothing of the sort. They don't say who they are. They just go, say it. And so I sit on the bus going, noise. And they go, yeah, we got it, we got it, we got it. And then they go. And then I got stopped in the street not long ago. And it was a cab driver. He came past, he wound down his window, and he called out and he went, it's the meme guy. That's who I am. I've become the meme guy, but then something else happened. We sometimes go to eat in London, in a part of London that's called Chinatown. And in Chinatown, you get wonderful Chinese food of all sorts, different kinds. Last time I went there, I caused a riot. First one, then two, then three. About 20 people, 30 people started running towards me. And they came running up to me and said, you're really famous in China. And I said, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. You know, people know me a little bit, you know, in England, maybe, I don't. No. You're really famous in China. And I said, oh, really? Yes. In China, we call you nice grandpa. I said, really? Yes. Because in China, we're very respectful to older people. All due respect, Michael Rosen. With older people, we don't say, there goes an old man, or hello, old man. We say, hello, grandpa. So we call you nice, because of the nice bit, nice grandpa. And I said, how do you say that in your language, which I'm going to guess is Mandarin? And they said, oh, yes, we call you nice, yeah. Wow. And then I asked them to write it down. I said, how do you write down yeah, yeah in Chinese characters? And they said like this. Chung, 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 tit, zzz. And then you do that twice. So I've learnt how to write nice yeah, yeah. I want a t-shirt. I want a t-shirt. On the front, it's going to say nice yeah, yeah. Then with Chinese characters, nice yeah, yeah. On the back, it's going to say meme guy. There you go. So you never know. You write poems and you end up being the meme guy. You never know. Now, let me just tell you something. Those poems that I just did there was the Stone Age and no breathing. They were exaggerated. They weren't really true. And I'm going to teach you a very special, posh, ancient Greek word for exaggerated writing, so you can have a go at writing like that. It's called hyperbole. Can you say that? Hyperbole. We're going to spell it the proper way, not my funny way. Hyperbole. Hyperbole. That's how to write exaggerated way. So there's that. So the Stone Age and no breathing, that's exaggerated writing. Then I did, you remember I did about my dad knows everything, and then I did nice, and you joined in with that. That's got a chorus. So that's another way to write. So if you're looking for ways of writing, you can do hyperbole. All right. You also had a nice rhythm and rhyme way of writing, hands on the bridge. And then now you've got another way of writing, which we're calling chorus writing. All right. So I'm going to stop there for the moment because I thought it would be nice to have questions. Lots of time for questions because we've got questions here in this lovely theatre, the new Wolsey Theatre. All right. So we're going to have some questions from here, but also Liz is going to come back on the stage. Come and join us, Liz. Just be careful of the... yeah, exactly. Just be careful. If you'd like to sit there, all right. And then Liz is going to read out... Yeah, you're going to sit there. That's good. I don't eat people. It's
I know.
She's getting a bit worried. I can see that. All right. So, and Liz will read out some questions from schools, and we've got schools from all around the country, and I hope we've got some schools in other countries.
Yes, we have indeed. All around Spain.
So wonderful. So I'll wave to you there. Hello, schools all around the country. So now we're going to see you. I'm going to put my hands over here. So with lots of hands up. Oh my goodness me! Right. So Liz, do you want to choose?
No, you choose.
I've got to choose.
Gone.
Okay, here we go. Right on the front row. Nice and easy. What's your question?
I mean, it isn't a question, but my dad said that he used to go to school with you.
Your dad used to go to school? Can you tell me your dad's name?
Robert.
It's not Patrick, no. We got the Robert bit. Now let's get the next name. Thorpe. Robert Thorpe. Well, I can't say right away. I can remember Robert Liebenthal. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. No. But Robert Thorpe. Is he watching? No, he's not watching. Fine. That's okay. No, that's okay. Don't worry, Robert, if you're not watching. No, it's okay. Anyway, you say a big hello to Robert. Can you tell me how old Robert is? He's 40. Well, he wasn't born in the Stone Age then, was he? So he's a bit younger. So when he says school with me, maybe that was in his mind. Or maybe I taught him. Because I do teach in schools. I'm not exactly a teacher. The teacher is called a teacher because that's the one who makes the tea. That's not my joke. That's Roger McGough's joke. So I'd love to know where I met him. But anyway, thanks ever so much for that vital, that's lovely. So big hello to Dad. Yes? Thank you ever so much. Thank you. Okay, let's have a question now. You've got your hand up. And yes. Nice and loud. What made me want to write books? Now, there's an interesting question. Well, if you put your hands down, I'll tell you about that. That's because when I was a boy, I used to share my bedroom with my brother. And my brother is 4 years older than me, and he was then as well. Yes, yeah, I'm just doing the maths on that one. Yeah, that's right. So he was 4 years older than me, and he still is. I haven't caught up with him. So and now I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm 77. Yes, and this year I'm going to be 78. My brother is already 82. He's sort of just over 4 years older than me, but we shared a bedroom. My big brother, we shared a bedroom And my brother was brilliant at pretending to be my dad. Okay? In fact, I think he wanted to be my dad. My brother didn't think I had enough parents. He thought, well, you've got mum, dad, you need another one. So I'm going to be your extra parent. And sometimes it used to drive me crazy. I used to say, right, Michael, it's time to tidy your room, and tidy your side of the room. And I'd go, you're not my parent. Why are you telling me that? Anyway, it didn't make any difference. But the other thing he used to do was he used to pretend to be my dad. So I'll give you an example. If my dad wanted you to be quiet, he didn't say shush. He didn't say, be quiet. He didn't say anything rude. My dad could speak another language, and in the other language, which is called Yiddish, that some Jewish people from Eastern Europe can speak, and the word for be quiet in that language is stumm. And he didn't say stumm. In order for you to be quiet, this is what he did. My dad would go like this. The noise. That's all he did. Okay, so he'd go, wah! And then he'd go, the noise. So, conjure the picture, me and my brother in the bedroom, and we're going, way, look how here comes a pillow. Yeah, I'm an aeroplane. And in the middle of it all, my brother would go, the noise. So he got it, so it was really sounded like my dad. You know, if I had my eyes shut, my brother would be sitting over him on the other side of the room in his bed, sitting up in bed going, the noise. And I'd look up and see it was my brother. Well, it was a great act, as you call it, like in a theatre. It's a great act. When do you do an act like that? Obvious. Breakfast. Because my dad, he couldn't stand any noise at breakfast. My dad, he comes down to breakfast, clumps across the floor, plonks himself down in the chair, and then he'd get the newspaper out. Boom! Like that. 1 minute you had a dad, and the next minute, all you had was a newspaper. What happened to Dad? I don't know. He turned into a newspaper. Like this. He disappeared, and me and my brother were just sitting there really quiet. And nothing moves apart from one thing. My dad's hand. It comes out from behind the newspaper, heads across the table, grabs the coffee cup, and goes back behind the newspaper. The newspaper used to stay just the same shape like that. Me and my brother, we used to watch the hand. And we go, how does he know where the cup is? We used to discuss it in the bedroom. How does he know where the cup is? I don't know. We just used to watch the hand. You could do it. You know what my brother did one morning? He goes like this. I'm going. What have you two done with the coffee cup? Get it there. He goes back behind and my brother's going. And then, I don't know what it was, boys and girls, but a little voice came into my head. And this little voice said, hey, you know what you could do now? What? You could play drums on the side of the table with a knife and fork. And I went, no, I mustn't do that. It'll make a noise and then we'll get into trouble. And the little voice said, yeah, but you know you want to. I said, I may want to, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, but you are going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, you are going to do it. I'm not. Actually, what a great idea. And I took the knife and the fork and I went, clink on the cup. Clink, clink. The newspaper comes down and my dad goes, his hand's out and he's going, the noise, but not before my brother on the other side of the table has got his hand up and he's going, the noise, like that. And my dad's hand is in midair and he's looking at my brother going, my brother going, the noise, like that. So, answer to your question, I saw my brother doing that, pretending to be my dad, and I thought, hey, I'd like to do that. I'd like to pretend to be my mum and my dad and my brother and write them down. And so that's how I started writing down. And do you know when I meet up with my brother, you know what he says? He says, you know my poems you write? I said, what do you mean? What do you mean I write your poems? I write them down. No, they're my poems. I make them up. I said, no, you don't. Anyway, we're still arguing about that. But we're still quite young. Okay, right, we got a question from one of the schools.
Yeah, let's have a question from... Actually, this is Class 3Y at King's College in Spain. They would like to know if you illustrate any of your books.
So, muchas gracias. I think that means thank you. I'm not very good at Spanish. Anyway, so muchas gracias. King's College School
King's
in
College.
Spain.
Yeah.
Lovely. Do I illustrate? No. I've never really got older than about 6 in my drawing. When I draw, people look at it and go, who's the child who did that? And I go, actually, that's me. And they go, no, really, because it looks like a 6-year-old. And I go, yeah, that's me. So unless a publisher comes along one day and says, Michael, we love your poems and we'd really love you to do your brilliant 6-year-olds kind of pictures, then it isn't going to happen. But that was very nice of you to think so. Muchas gracias. King's School in Spain. Thank you. So now we've got time for a question maybe from somebody else here.
Yeah.
Okay, how about over here? There's a boy hopping up and down there. Yes, what's your question? Mr. Hopper? A bit of quiet, please, guys.
So how many books have you published?
How many books have I published?
Oh.
Well, you know, that's quite hard to answer. I'm going to explain. You see this book? It looks like one book, doesn't it? On the cover it says mustard, custard, grumble belly and gravy. Then you open it and on this first page it says don't put mustard in the custard. Very good, helpful remark that. And then inside it says something else, if I can find it. So, see if I can find it. No, anyway, there is another title page somewhere in here. See if I can find it. Longest journey in the world. I'm still looking. Ah, it says, You Can't Catch Me. So it's 2 books in one. So I don't know whether this is 1 book, 2 books, or 3 books. So when I start counting my books, I never know. But having said that, people have told me that I've published more than 200 books. There we go. I'm trying to be honest, I really am. It's not like the Stone Age, I promise you. People have told me that it's more than 200. If you go to my website, which is called, michaelrosen.co.uk, you go down to the bottom and it says something like a full list of all Michael Rosen's books there, and you can click on it and you can count for yourselves. You can go through there counting for yourself. Special little treat, and who knows? And then you can tell me. You can tell me. Exactly. Lovely. Another question from one of the schools. Hello, schools.
Okay, so we've got
Hang on. We got one from the school.
We've got Lyme Academy, Parnwell and Year 4 at Cabot Primary have asked the same question, which is, what is your favourite poem by another poet?
Favourite poem by another poet? Well, there was a very funny poet. He's not alive anymore, but some of you all know that poem that goes on the ning nang nong. You know that poem. His name is Spike Milligan. I didn't ever meet him, but I did see him on the stage and saw him on telly quite often. And he wrote a poem that goes, there's a worm in the garden and he's wriggling on his belly. Why doesn't he come inside and see what's on the telly? There we are. That's my favourite poem by somebody else. Well, it's not really. There are lots and lots of other poems. I went to college and I learnt all sorts of lovely poems. I learnt some poems by Mr. William Shakespeare that I love, some of his speeches and so on. But anyway, that's one to be getting on with. Thank you ever so much. What was the name of the school?
Yes, that was Cabot Primary.
Cabot Primary.
Yes.
Lovely, thank you. I think that's in Greenwich, isn't it?
No, I think that's Bristol.
Bristol.
Actually.
Oh, that's where where Cabot sailed from. Sorry, Cabot Primary, I got it wrong. Yeah, Bristol. Okay, lovely. So another one from here. Okay, there's a girl with a red cardigan jumping up and down. I can see you, red cardigan girl. Not the one with the white shirt, the one who's got her buttoned up. Really nice and loud for me, and I'll repeat your question. Just a bit louder. Why do I like illustrating?
Oh.
I like other people's illustrations, but not me. Sorry. I mean, well, I do quite a good portrait of me, like that. You see, it's quite simple, like that. I put big ears on, like that. Curly hair, I do the beard, like that. There you go. I like that one, but mostly not. Another one from the school, yes.
Okay, another one. Year 3 at Holy Trinity in Liverpool would like to know, are you working on a new book?
I am. I am working on a new book. I am working on a new book, yes. And in fact, I put up on social media the picture from the cover. And the man who's done the pictures is called Ed Vere, V-E-R-E. You can look up Ed. He's done lots of wonderful books himself. And very kindly, he's done the picture for this. The book is called Out of This World, because there's me dreaming, there's me remembering, me imagining. Yes, so you can remember when you write, you can think up things in your imagination, so you can just daydream, or you can sometimes have a dream and write that down, and then you can have remembering. And all you have to do is pick up your pen and then just talk it onto the page. I call it writing with your pencil, writing with your pen, whatever. Talking. Sorry, I'll do that again. Talking with your pencil, talking with your pen, or talking with the keyboard, and you just put it straight down, and you can do your dreams, your hopes, or your memories, and you can just put them straight down on the page. That's what I do. So thank you very much for that. It's called Out of This World, illustrated by Ed Vere. And the picture is of a big monster with his mouth open, in fact a bit like that, and I'm jumping out of the mouth. It's disgusting. Amazing. Anyway, that's the cover. Right, we've got time for a question here. There's somebody hopping up and down there. Yes, nice and quiet, please. Do sit down, do sit down. You mustn't jump up and down the theatre. All right, you must stay sitting on your seats. Yes. Can we do chocolate cake? I think we better. And we'll finish
Should we
it.
end it?
Yeah, okay. So when I was a boy, I had a favourite treat. And it was when my mum made
Chocolate cake!
spaghetti bolognese. Yeah. Sorry, I do sometimes forget things. I'll just try that again. When I was a boy, I had a favourite treat. And it was when my mum made cheese and pickle sandwiches. I'm sorry, it's my memory. I'll try one more time. When I was a boy, I had a favourite treat, and it was when my mum made... I loved chocolate cake. Yeah. My mum, she says to me, listen, Michael, if there's any chocolate cake left over at the end of the day, you can take some to school tomorrow to have at playtime or lunchtime. And that's how it was. I used to go to school with a little box, yeah, and I'd be walking along, and I know it's in there, yes! I'd be walking, careful as I cross the road, it's in there, yes! And then I'd get to school, and it would be playtime or lunchtime, and I'd put it down, and I'd open it up, and there it is! Yeah. Oh, it's so nice, a bit dribbly. And then I'd just take it out, and it's all wrapped up. Just open it, as it's sticky. Yeah, and I get it out. Oh, I love that. It's so... hang on, is there somebody there? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just... Yeah. Is there somebody there? Anyway, yeah. And that's the way it was. And one time there was some chocolate cake left over at the end of the day, and I went to bed. And I was in bed, and I was fast asleep. But then, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I thought, chocolate cake. Maybe I could get up, go downstairs, and have a little look at it. I'm not going to eat any. Just going to take a little look. So I got out of bed, really quiet. Mustn't wake my brother up, really quiet. Okay, creep out the room. Mustn't wake him up, because if he wakes up, he's bound to tell on me, he's bound to snitch. So very carefully out the room, along the passage. Careful not to tread on the creaky floorboard outside Mum and Dad's room, because if I tread on that, that makes a noise and they wake up. I'll be in big trouble. Really careful. Don't tread on it. Ah! It creaked. Oh no. Did they hear? No. Did they wake up? No. It's okay. It's okay. On down the passage, into the kitchen, over to the cupboard, and yeah! Shh! Quiet. They're upstairs. I mustn't make a noise. Shh, it's okay. Okay, we'll get the chocolate cake out. I'm just going to have a little look at it. I'm not going to eat any. I noticed some little crumbs on the plate, so I think I could pick up some of those crumbs and no one will know anything about it. Yeah. Yeah, look, you're sitting on the end of the finger. I love that! And then I noticed some little crumbly bits on the side of the cake, so I think if I take a knife, I could just tidy it up a little bit. Scoop it together, and I've got the crumbly bits, the sticky bits, the sticky bits, the crumbly bits. I love that! And then as I've tidied it up a little bit over here, I'm thinking maybe I could just even it up a bit over here. So I take the knife through the crispy icing on the top, through the squashy icing in the middle, and then I've got a whole slice this time. Is it all going to go in there? Yes! Oh. And now I've got the taste of chocolate cake in my mouth. I can't stop myself, so I take the knife and I go, and I got all that. It's so greedy. Oh no, it's gone. Oh no, they're bound to notice now. Whole chocolate cake doesn't just disappear. Oh, what am I going to do? Oh no, I'm going to get into so much trouble. What can I do? I don't know how to make a cake. It's too late. I can't go out and buy a cake or anything. Oh, I know. I can wash up the plate and the knife and put them away, and they won't know anything at all about it. Good thinking. Take the plate and the knife. You quiet, do it quietly. Onto the drainer, and the knife. Careful health and safety. And then take the cloth. Into the cupboard. Boom. Chung. Oh no, quiet. It's on a spring or something. And the knife. Careful health and safety in the drawer. Boom. Quiet. It's okay. Out the kitchen. It's all okay. Out the room. Along the passage. I know where the creaky floorboard is now. So all I've got to do is tread over it, because if I tread on it and it makes a noise, I am dead. Exactly. I am dead. So, be very careful. I know exactly where it is. I won't tread on it this time. Did they hear? No. Did they wake up? No. It's okay. On into the bedroom. Into bed. Under the covers. Where have I heard that before? Nice warm feeling, chocolate cake in my belly, goody, goody, goody. And off I go to sleep. Then I wake up in the morning and I go downstairs and I'm having my breakfast. I'm sitting here having my breakfast, and Mum, she's really busy. She's busy over here. She's busy over there. She's got to get to school. Remember, she's a teacher. She's got all the tea to make because she's a teacher. So there it is. She's over there and she's over there. And then she comes up to me and she says, "Oh, Michael, don't forget your book folder." And she hands me my book folder. Yes, and then I carry on having my breakfast, and she's busy over here, she's busy over there, and then she says, "Oh yes, I forgot, there's something really nice. There's some chocolate cake left over from yesterday for you to take to school today." And I went, And she says, "What's the matter? You usually jump at the idea of having chocolate cake." And I went, no, it's okay, it's okay. It's all right, it's okay. And she's looking at me very closely, just here. And she points at it and she says, "What's that?" And I said, "What's what?" She said, "What's that there?" I said, "What's what, where? What do you mean?" she said, "It's not chocolate cake, is it?" And I went, "Oh." And then she went over to the cupboard. It's gone. The chocolate cake's gone. You haven't eaten the whole of the rest of the chocolate cake, have you? No. Have you? No. And I said, "I don't know." "You don't know," she says. "You don't know. You don't know if you've eaten the whole of the rest of the chocolate cake." Listen, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And that's the last time you ever have chocolate cake to take to school. Do you hear me? And I said, I was very good at saying, And she said, "Now off you go to school." "No, before you go to school, go upstairs, go to the bathroom and wash your dirty, sticky face." Dirty, sticky face. And I went upstairs to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I saw it. Oh no, just there. Just there, the chocolate smudge. The chocolate blob. And I looked at it and I thought, that's what gave the game away. She wouldn't have known otherwise. And then I thought, maybe next time we have chocolate cake, she'll forget about it. Do you think she will? How many of you here have got a mum who will forget about it? How many of you here have got a mum who will remember and remember and remember? Amen. Yes. Well, I'm going to let you into a secret, boys and girls, teachers, and everybody's here. My mum was brilliant at forgetting. If I did a bad thing, my mum, she just forgot about it. And that's why, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I am a spoilt brat.